I'm going to tell you 10 things you must do before you start your YouTube channel. Since you've clicked here, I can guess you want to start a brand new channel, or you've just started a channel but you don't know if you did it right. I'll share all the secrets I wish I knew when I first started. Secrets that can help your videos go viral 10 times faster. However, I do agree some things are better learned through trial and error. Some things are just better to avoid from the beginning. Now with that said, we start off with number 1. Don't pick a niche just because someone online told you to. Look, I know there are plenty of videos telling you what the highest paying niches are, or which are the easiest and which get the most views. And I know because I've made a video like this too. And yes, this is very good advice, of course, but don't just pick a niche because someone online has said it will make you the most money. Now, I am guilty of this because yes, I've made a video like this too. Because in reality, you can make any niche profitable if you do it correctly. So don't stress yourself out picking the perfect niche, because the truth is there isn't one. So stop stalling and pick. Don't spend more than a day thinking about it. With that said, that takes us to number 2. Don't start without watching at least 20 videos in your own niche. Now you would think this is obvious, but let me give you an example of a type of conversation I have at least once a week with a new student.
So, did you pick a niche? Yes, I did. Lovely. So what type of videos are they posting in your niche? I don't know.
You need to know your niche before you pick it. Now I'm giving you some homework. I'm sorry, but I have to. I don't care how long the videos are. You need to watch at least 20 videos in your niche, or else you won't have a good enough idea of what's working right now. So when it's time to actually start making videos, you'll be completely lost. If you're saying to yourself, this is going to be so long and boring, I don't want to watch 20 videos from this niche, it's 99% possible that this niche isn't for you. Which takes us straight to number 3. Don't build a channel you won't watch yourself. I've made so many automated channels in my timeline, like so many. And a pattern that I've noticed is whenever I made a new channel in a niche that I have no interest in myself, or worse, I didn't even like it, those channels always did the worst or even fail. Of course, you don't have to be obsessed with murder to start a true crime channel, for example, but it can really help if you at least enjoy the creation process of those videos. Now, I've got a very simple, stupid rule for this. If I know I have to make a new video for a channel or do any kind of work for it, and I'm already bored just thinking about it, then yeah, it's very possible I do not like this niche enough to be able to give it the attention it needs to blow. Anyway, that brings me to one of the most overlooked but costly mistakes I've ever made. Number 4, always have 2 emails before starting a channel. And yes, there is a valid reason for this, and I promise you it will make such a big difference. But let me tell you the story first. I lost a fully monetized channel, a successful channel, because of this one mistake. In the beginning of my YouTube automation journey, I started with one channel and poured everything into it, like literally spent so many hours every day growing that channel. Yeah, that channel was like my baby, for real. So you can imagine how pissed I was when I saw it got hacked. And that's all because I made one stupid mistake that no one speaks about, but it's so important. Let me explain to you how you could get hacked from this. Basically, I set up my account with one email, but when my channel grew and I started emailing brands for possible brand deals, I used the same email linked to my channel. Big mistake. You see, those brand deals will send me links and contracts or confirmation pages, but as you probably see where this is going, it was a fake link that took my data, and all it took was one of those links to get my whole email hacked, and with that, my channel. So never ever have one email for both businesses. Keep it separate. One email directly for your channel and another for communications with brands. And if you're wondering what does he know, just to quickly introduce myself, my name is David Yupa. I run multiple faceless YouTube channels making thousands each month, and just so you know I'm not chatting shit, editor, show them some proof or they'll just think I'm lying. What do you mean you can't be bothered? Looks like someone needs to get replaced. Alright, jokes aside, I worked for years to get the knowledge I have now, and with that knowledge, I decided to teach others to do the exact same thing inside my private community. Now, I focus on YouTube automation, which are channels that do not need your face in it and can be completely outsourced, making you an insane amount of money from just literally pressing the upload button. Even though I do most of my teaching inside my community, sometimes I do like to jump onto YouTube and give you some golden nuggets. So if you tapped into this video, make sure you're taking some notes. Which takes us to number 5. Make sure to pick the right name. And spoiler alert, I find this one quite funny because 1, some of your channel's names sound like you just slammed your face into a keyboard and called it a day. No, I'm joking. Please don't dislike the video. And 2, some of you, for some unknown reason, think it's a good idea to copy a popular channel's name because it will increase visibility. I'd say the second one is obviously worse than the first, but still, please don't slam any faces in your keyboards because then I'll get in trouble. You need to think of an original name that hasn't been used, especially by a popular channel. You might get away with it if the channel name you want is used by some random account with only 3 subscribers. But other than that, be original and make it related to your niche. And for the love of God, please don't use any complicated words that are hard to remember because then your channel will be forgettable. And speaking of forgettable, number 6, don't waste time on branding. Something that I've seen a lot of people spend so much time trying to make their branding of their channel perfect. They tweak the profile photo, change the color of the banner, change the theme, then change the color back to what it was, then decide they hate all of it and start from scratch. And before you know it, it's been a month and you haven't posted a single video. Look, you're not a perfectionist, none of us are perfect. The reality is you're just procrastinating. Simple. If you've been stuck on the branding for your channel for more than a week, you're just stalling. With that said though, branding is important and once you settle on it, you should stick with it. You wouldn't see McDonald's change their color palette to blue and green just because they decided they don't like the red and yellow anymore. All you have to do is make your branding and leave it. And if you've done that, then well done, you have successfully branded your channel. Stop overthinking it, stop stalling your success and get moving. Now, number 7, never outsource everything from day 1. Yeah, that might sound a little bit weird because obviously the goal of a YouTube automation channel is literally that, the automation part. But to do that, you obviously need to build that team first, a trusted team to run it on your behalf, and you need to be the leader. And obviously to be the leader, you need to be familiar with how YouTube works, what your audience likes, and so on and so on. And I don't care what anyone says, the best way to do that is to throw yourself straight into the game and do it solo for a while. To be fair, I did both. Early on, I had a whole team, the scripting, the editing, the voiceover, the idea making. I didn't do a single thing. But that channel never really got off the floor because when my team came to me as a leader, I didn't know what to tell them, and that made all the work feel disconnected and trash. Yeah, those videos were arse cheeks. But through that pain and sleepless nights, I started to realize that automation is the goal. And you can't start with that. Think of it as a business. You don't open a brand new business and automatically hire 100 people. You wouldn't really know what to do with those 100 people. Now, the smartest thing for you to do would be to save your money in the beginning and use it to invest into a good community and courses so you could learn how to do it properly. The link's in the description. So yeah, don't waste your money in the beginning, be smart with it. And once you got that sorted, here's the next trap to avoid. Number 8, YouTube isn't everything. Look, what I'm trying to say here is don't only rely on YouTube for your income. You're just boxing yourself. Look, at the end of the day, YouTube is a business that lets you use its site to make your content or to post your content. If at any point YouTube decides to no longer want your channel on their site for whatever reason, you're done for. Your account gone and your income with it. Look, you have to be smart, you have to expand beyond YouTube. The best way is to send your audience over to a community or a newsletter or somewhere where you can host your audience. Now, the idea with this is in case something ever happens to your account, you have ways to contact your loyal subscribers and you can send them to a brand new channel to buy different products or just follow you in a different platform. Because if your account gets locked and you have no way of contacting your audience, then you have to basically start from zero again. So don't be that guy or girl that doesn't think ahead. Make sure you have a game plan set out in case anything happens. All right, but don't get scared though. It's not easy to get your account completely locked off, but it is better to be safe than sorry. And leading us to number 9, and this is something I wish I did earlier in my journey. Find a mentor that knows what he's doing. Doing everything alone might seem good at first, but like everything, you need to learn. No matter how much you think you know, trust me, there's always more to learn. I've learned this the hard way. If you're one of those people who are unteachable because you think you already know everything there is to know, I can't help you. And don't be that guy. No one likes that type of person. But if you're ready to learn and put your knowledge into practice, I have a private community called Faceless Media where I firsthand teach you everything I know about YouTube automation. That there's a whole library of courses for every single stage of the journey. We teach you every step from processes to editing, scripting, thumbnails, everything you need to know about YouTube automation. Also, every week, me and my team hold live calls to help you in your journey. I know it isn't easy to do, but we've dedicated our time to help you. And look, it's cool if you're not ready to jump in the deep end just yet. I still drop gems in my channel, so make sure you stay tuned in. But if you're ready to go all in, check the first link in the description. Now, last but not least, number 10, and probably the whole foundation of starting a YouTube automation empire. That's the winner mindset. YouTube can be a side hustle, but it can also become your business. And like every business, it requires focus and determination, especially in the beginning stages. Look, when I first started, it took me around 7 months before even seeing a viral video. Now, please don't overwhelm yourself if you don't see any huge results in the first month. I mean, it is very possible. If you take a look at some of my students' wins here, for example, editor just slapped them all over the screen. But I do want to say everyone's journey is different. It all depends on how much effort you put into your business. You see, look, YouTube automation is the future of online money. And when you focus on it, it's not as hard as it actually seems. I hope this video taught you some valuable information. And if you're still unsure, go ahead and watch this video that shows you how to build a YouTube automation channel that actually works. And if you're ready to lock in with me and make your channel blow, the link to my community is waiting for you in my bio. Peace.